Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios. This is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy Jay.
Yes. Well, howdy to you all. Welcome. It is In the Building. Major shout out. Do I have popcorn in my teeth? Giant teeth.
That's all right.
Okay, cool. I was eating a bunch of popcorn. I will not eat popcorn here on the show. There's probably very few things more annoying to eat in front of somebody, or certainly when you're over a microphone, than popcorn. So I will not do that. But I will drink beer. How's everybody doing? It's an 8 o'clock start tonight. It's possible that our co-host forgot. Although he just texted me what he wanted to get into at 7:25. And did we confirm earlier tonight we were going to do 8 o'clock? I think we did. So I bet I just texted him. Here, I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm going to take a picture. Oh, here we go. Okay. We get a TV show, and now all of a sudden we're going to show up when we want to show up.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Here we go. It begins.
Don't do that.
LG, get a list of candidates to replace him.
Don't do that.
It's already out the door.
Don't do that. Never.
What's up, superstar? How you doing?
What's up, man? How are y'all?
I'm so goddamn proud of you, man. I'm so happy. Dude, I can't tell you how cool that was. And I tried to remove all bias out because we're friends. And
yeah, that's what I wanted you to do.
I wanted to give it the John Madden analysis.
Yeah, for real. Give me the real.
I'm just loving it, man. I mean, I've always wanted to be a part of a show like that, and so I kind of am through you now, which is super cool. LG can attest. I love those kinds of shows. I love food-based documentaries, whether it's at Air Force bases or having mukbangs in Thailand, or whether it's on hayrides in Bolivia. I just really love those kinds of shows, and most of us do. You get on those rabbit holes watching those food documentaries, and those are really great. They're all great, and if you do it well, it's going to be really, really great. And so, congratulations, man! That was a good show. Episode 1 of Base Bites on Air Force Live TV app came out today, and it's free. You can watch it on your laptop, cell phone, no matter what. You ain't got to download the app. You can just go to YouTube. You can go to the internets and pull it up on the internet. But it was about a 17.5-minute episode.
Because it's the Academy, right? So the Academy has more things they want you to get to. Most of them are about 10 to 12.
Oh, okay. All right.
Only because attention, and y'all all know this. Anybody in entertainment knows attention span. You got like that much time to get people's attention and keep it. But the Academy, because it's a resort, they wanted more things. But most of them are nothing longer than 12 to 13 minutes. Most are 10 to 12 minutes. So that one's long because it's the Academy. So if you did get through the whole thing, thank you. Because I know 17 minutes, no commercials. That's a lot of, even though it's not, it's a long time.
Well, but there was so much going on. It was so busy, like you said. You guys went all over the place. I didn't know that they had their own golf course on base. I didn't know that.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Rudy got challenged by a bunch of female pilots to go skydiving, which he declined. We hung out in the giant mess hall where everybody eats every day, and you talk to some interesting people.
They got cool. Seeing that it was 4,000 of them.
Dang.
Literally 4,000. In, sit, eat, out, 20 minutes on my kids, no lie, 20 minutes. They all walked in, they all sat with their squadrons. There's a buffet style like menu on each table. They pass the food around, they eat, and they're gone. Sit, eat, gone. 20 minutes, 4,000 cadets. The craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Normally, you see 4,000 people and you're trying to get food all at once. It's a shit show.
Yeah.
Insane to see that.
I tweeted this earlier. So while I'm super stoked, you could be doing a porn documentary. We'd be on here talking about it because it involves you. But I gotta be honest. I'm not the most. I'm not like the most super patriotic human being.
Me
Right?
neither. Me neither. Me neither.
Don't get me wrong. I love America. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I
Me
mean,
too.
I don't have a United States flag shirt. I'm very respectful. I mean, I stand for
Me
the
too.
anthem. I put my hand on my heart. I don't have any problem with anybody who whatever. I'm not the most patriotic person. I forget what country I live in a lot because you get in your day-to-day routine and stuff. And so that being said, though, seeing you on that base, though, I ain't gonna lie, that reminded me of why we're number one. We got the biggest, baddest ass, most funded military on the planet, and the toys that our military have at their disposal are just unlimited. The stuff that they
Like
do.
planes with no engine.
I didn't know they had like a glider plane.
Yeah, there's a plane with an engine that pulls the glider.
And gets it up,
and then the pilot is on his own. No, just him and the rudder,
and has to play the wind and the rudder and land. Old school,
crazy. It's crazy.
So I guess the point I'm making, I got I swelled up a little bit today with a little American pride. I'm gonna say this. Look, we have a lot of problems in this country. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. We are pretty polarized right now. The internet has really screwed this country up. That's one of the bad things of the internet and social media. It's really helped divide us, but I think most of that though is in our brain. It's in our heart or in our brain. Like, we're divided on the internet. I'm not naive. I know that there's a lot of people that people gotten divorced because somebody voted for the other person, but I feel like on the internet we're so much more divided as a country than we are off the internet in real life. We're not that divided as you would believe on the freaking internet. But anyway, the other point I want to make, other than I got a little bit of American pride. Oh, one more thing on that. Like, you ain't got folks literally dying and getting in the back of 18-wheelers and suffocating to death trying to get into fucking Canada. Y'all can say what you want, you damn millennials and you Gen Zers. Y'all can hate on this country all you want, but people are dying by the thousands every year to get into this country. Come in here. You know why we have a massive effing issue on the border? Because a bunch of people want to live here. So it must not be that terrible. And I was reminded of that again today watching you at the Air Force Academy, Greg Popovich's alma mater on base bikes. The other thing, and I'll let this go, but I'm not trying to get off.
All right. No, it's cool.
We're also told that young people suck in America, and the young generations are dumb, and they're hooked on the internet. And our futures, we're going to all speak Chinese in 20 years or Russian. Man, seeing you around all those awesome kids, those were some of the finest young folks in America. And I'm reminded again that even that's totally overrated. This whole thing where all kids are all idiots. No one's got any respect. Rudy hung out with about 4,000 of the finest young American people under the age of 30 years old that you could ever hang out with. So that was badass, man. That was awesome.
Appreciate you, brother.
I loved it, man.
Thank you,
did
brother.
Great, dude. I think you may have a future as a TV host. What'd you think, LG? You watch a hell of a lot of these kind of documentaries and travel shows and food. No, he did.
Yeah,
What'd you think about Rudy's performance? I thought it was great. I thought he was really good. That was great. Yeah.
Some of the writing was a little cheesy, but everything else was top notch.
LG wouldn't be LG.
No. I want LG to be. I want LG to be real.
I know Rudy J didn't write all those lines.
I wondered about that. Was any of that ad libbed, or did you act all that?
Oh, there's ad lib in there.
There's ad lib in there. There's ad lib in there, but there's definitely writing.
Okay, when you threw the fork, you're like, I'm eating with my hand.
No, that was me.
Hell yeah, I thought so. Okay,
that was me. That was me.
That's great. I'm glad they put that in there. That's badass. So I don't know who makes that show, what the company's name, the producers and the writers and the directors.
Dollhouse Productions.
Dollhouse.
So
DALL. Dollhouse.
DALL.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're out of Seattle. Really cool. They're a couple.
Seattle. Okay, cool. Awesome.
They're a couple, and then they have a cinematographer. It's three of them, and then they have a PA, which LG knows is a production assistant. Okay. But it's only a 4-man team, and
Wow, the whole thing, the whole
4-man
production,
team. Yeah, that's a lot
including
for a
you,
4-man
4
team.
people total.
I don't have nothing to do with that.
Oh, okay. It's you plus 4 others, 4 tech people.
Right.
Oh, okay, got it. Well, I thought it was great, man. So if y'all have not seen it, it's called Base Bites. It's on AF Live, which is the
.tv.
.tv, which is the Air Force's channel. And watch it. It's totally free. And they're making a big deal about it. It's the first thing you see when you go to the website.
It's the first thing you see.
Flash right across. It's
damn.
pretty
Okay.
awesome.
Appreciate
man.
y'all.
I thought it was great. You sounded great. It was very you're great, dude. You're great. You're a damn good broadcaster, and I'm not surprised at all. I just wanted to publicly.
Well,
say
you know what? For people like you and I that are used to live, and dead air is death, and whether it be radio or television or us hosting an event, there's no dead air, and you got one shot. So for this, even though I had never done it, I get to do it again. Cool. Like I'm not trying to, toot my own horn, but for people like us that do live, and somebody tells you, hey, go ahead and give it another take. Oh, cool. Because what we do is live, you know what I mean? So all right, cool. I can make it even. Yeah, like I can do this all day long. Like, you're giving me these lines. I memorize them, right? And then improvise here and there. And if it sucked, I get to do it over. We come from the world, if it sucked, it's gone. You said it. You did it. There's nothing you can do about it. So somebody tells me I can actually rehearse. Again, I'm not trying to be a pompous ass, but it's almost easier. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because you know how to broadcast. You're used to not having. You only get one take in radio. Broadcasting.
Once it's out of our mouths, it's gone.
Right.
Yes. It's a total different thing. So people are like, how did you do that? It was scripted. You've never done scripted. Because I come from the world where if you stop talking, your program director shits bricks and your show goes to shit. We don't get to shut up. We have to fill the time. We got to keep going, and and it's live. It's gone. So scripted, even though I was worried, I was like, damn, I can do that. And then the interview part, that's a layup. That's a breakaway layup, because that's what people like us, we've done that for 20 years, talking to people. I can talk to anybody.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But the solo, just me and the camera, that took some time, but I got to do it over when I did it wrong.
That's my thing, talking into a camera. Like if the camera's not looking at me, I can talk all day. It's staring into the camera. Like when I did the mission stuff, they're like, hey, don't forget you got a camera in your face, so look at it. Oh, yeah. Because I'm all looking at the fans, hey, what's up? Oh, there's a camera right here. Look here. Yeah.
And this is a LG thing. Because the cameras they had, like once they have me at a mark, that's where the focus is. So if they want me to walk into a shot, I have to walk into the shot, hit the spot without looking down at the spot. You see what I'm saying?
Right. You can't look.
That's because they're running on a 4-man team. They got nobody. They got nobody pulling focus for them. So they're missing a position there.
So there was a bunch of times where you see me walking into the shot and I go to hit my spot and look up. They're like, "Hey, Rudy, you looked at your spot. You can't do that." I'm like, "Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah.
Let's do it again."
You're supposed to toot
my own horn,
just
but
naturally walking. Now here we go. Not to
what's
go,
up,
but
LG?
go ahead and
go
toot
ahead,
it anyway.
LG, toot it.
A skilled camera operator would have been able to pull focus for your entire walk up.
Okay.
You would have been focused the whole
No,
way.
hey,
Who could be watching this show? It's just
No,
I'm just saying.
fucking great. We're having a good night here.
But it is harder with those cinema lenses. So
yeah, it was a little bit difficult. That part, walking into shots and hitting my spot, and then smiling and having animation but not this, because LG could tell you he does our show every night. I'm this guy. Hey, move, scratch my head.
You can't do that.
I have to be here, but with enthusiasm but not move out of focus. That was tough. But
I'm a hand talker.
I'm a hand talker, and LG can tell you. The hell, our listeners can tell you. I'm a fidgeter, and I look down and I look away, and I have ADD.
This podcast has forced me to stop moving my hands, though. I've gotten over that because of that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't. I don't. Or you'd see this all night. Nobody wants to look at a guy do a show doing this. But that if you saw me in the old radio station, you'd see me doing that.
Yeah, it's different.
Don't hold your hands to your side where you don't. You got to have a little bit of animation.
Where I look.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I do that on occasion.
I don't want to look stiff.
Right. Correct. You can't be slumped over, sitting on your palms. No, I mean, I reach over and grab my beer and stuff. But I don't want to overcompensate. You're right, but I've always done this.
Me too. I'm a hands
nobody
guy.
wants to watch a guy do that.
And
What's up, y'all? We got money coming in. Yeah, and you like make circles and stuff when you get rolling.
Dude, I'm like, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, it's the worst.
It's bad. It's bad.
What's up, Ellis? Write down. Badass stuff, Rudy. Thoroughly enjoyed it. $10. Oh, $10 to make us holler. Thank you, Ellis. Appreciate that. Isaac III's in here with $20. Tell me I'm not the only one ordering fish and chips in here. Love it. Can't wait to check the show out. Happy for you, Rudy. Isaac
Thanks.
III. That's awesome. Thank y'all. Y'all
can
tip
the
show it very much.
You can go on and shoot us a tip on the super chat. You can click on the link that LG always puts in the chat, the buy me a coffee link. You can buy us coffee there. You can super chat, tip us, and get your asses in there. Let us know what you think about our show. It is In the Building, presented in part by Ribaldo Realty Group. Jay's all excited to see you doing that. It's just great, man, because we're living this with you. Our viewers, our subscribers.
Y'all my people.
It's not just me and LG. It's our subscribers. It's our fans, and it's our sponsors. That's really, really cool. And so Jay sent us some sweet-looking graphics here.
What's up, Jay?
All of our clients need to get better. At least they're great. AD, take notes. We've come up with a good graphic. We're TV to show now. It's got to look good. It's got to look good. Maybe I should start dressing decent on my own show. I'm always in T-shirts. Although I'm at my house, I try to dress okay when we go to LG's house. But anyway. This show needs to get dressed up. We're big time now. We got television hosts on our show now, so we gotta step our shit up. And so let's start doing it tonight with sweet hookup graphics like this from Jay Ribaldo. There is some September 2024 statistics, median price by the county, and once again, Bexar County, far and away the cheapest median price for homes. Look at Travis County. Good Lord.
That's insane, dude.
The median house is $500K. That is ridiculous for the median home. Harris County in Houston, $325. Dallas County, $365. And way down here in the south, in Bexar County, still $295,000, the median home. How about that? Which is why we're now we're the biggest most growing city in the country. So don't let some Californian come in here, San Antonio, and beat you to a home you want. Get a hold of Jay Ribaldo and make sure that you get your name in there first. Jay Ribaldo's the man. He's got all questions ready to be answered that you have. It is so paramount to have the right agent when you go to buy a house or sell one, and the Ribaldo Realty Group is who we go to. It is their honor to serve you. They are Puto in the building. It's Ribaldo Realty Group. Jay's number direct is 210-887-1081. Or you can email him directly as well, jribaldo@kw.com, jribaldo@kw.com. All right, so next episode next Thursday, and then how many episodes are there? Fight through that. He's Filipino. They don't bang a gong in the Philippines, I don't think. They might need a cat or two, but they're not going to hit a gong. Sorry, that was unnecessary. That was
so
I apologize. That was gratuitous. Anyway, Rudy, when's the next episode?
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday, okay. And how many episodes did y'all shoot total?
9.
Oh, so 9 straight weeks. We're going to have a new show.
Yeah, I think we skipped like Thanksgiving.
Okay, yeah, of course. Dude, it
runs through December 19th, whatever that is.
How badass is it? Let's say you break out, become like a millionaire doing TV shows, right? Like you get some like a worldwide, like a badass, like a Netflix series. You go spend like a couple of months shooting it, and then you're done the rest of the year. Oh my God.
That would be
I'm
awesome.
jealous just because of the time off you would get if you were able to make enough cash on like if you, all of a sudden that show like blows up. You know,
that's
and then you're working 3 months
the dream.
a year. That's the dream.
No, and then we're just doing this, and then I make them. Then I make whoever hires me do ad spins within the building.
Oh my God, that's awesome. That's badass.
That's the American dream. We'll see.
Indeed. All right, we got big games tonight. We got the Yankees and Guardians, which was one of the worst names in professional sports. Guardians. You and I have argued about the Pelicans before. You think it's a cool name. I hate the name Pelicans, but I'm willing to take a knee.
Come on, Pelicans.
On Pelicans, if we can replace Pelicans with Guardians as the worst nickname in all of professional sports in America right now. The Guardians is a dumbass name. I'll never get used to it. I realize why they didn't want to be the Indians. I know they had to get rid of the red-faced logo, and they had to fire the old mascot, Chief Wahoo and Chief Nakahoma. I get why I understand when they decided to retire Chief Nakahoma. But Guardians, I can't get used to, man. And so I'm rooting for the Yankees. However, the Guardians just beat the Yankees 7-5 in 10 innings in the series.
What's that series at?
2-1 New York, though. Cleveland had to have that one. And so it's 2-1 in the ALCS. We got Saints and Broncos playing.
Dude, the Saints have not won a game since they throttled the Cowboys.
Right. I know. They've lost Carr, but they weren't winning with him before he got hurt either.
Who does it say more about? The Saints or the boys?
Dallas, times 10. No one thought the Saints were going to be world beaters. They hung 50 on Carolina and then came in here and shellacked the Cowboys. So they played – their only victories are against the worst team in the league and another non-playoff team in Dallas. And they played anybody else, they're getting their ass whooped, and they're getting their ass whooped tonight by Denver 13-0.
Well, they are dealing with Spencer Rattler.
I know. I get it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Carr's hurt, so the Saints are going to go back into the doo-doo bag. When they hung 50 on Carolina and then hung whatever it was they hung on the Cowboys, I thought, maybe the Saints are the breakout team of the year. But as we've now found out, this might not be the case. All right, 3-2 Dodgers over the Mets right now in the third inning. That's 2-1 Dodgers in the NLCS, in case you
What's that series at?
2-1 LA.
Okay.
Yeah. The Dodgers pitching I think they have 4 shutouts in the last 6 games in the playoffs. They've shut out the opponent.
Damn.
All by 8 runs or more. Pretty crazy. Toro Loco says that they still sell Big Chief notebooks. Do they really? I haven't seen a Big Chief notebook in years. They must be selling that out in the countryside, Toro Loco, because I ain't seen a Big Chief tablet at the Walmarts in a minute. Remember the Big Chief tablet? Had the big Washington Redskins logo on it.
Well, I just remember we had to do our book covers with the HEB bags.
Oh, yeah.
They were the brown paper bags. The brown paper bags.
Mm-hmm.
We made our book covers, like cut it out, trace it, fold it.
Yeah, I didn't have to make mine because we had the buttercrust book covers provided by the Buttercrust Bakery.
Cool.
we had the buttercrust too. We had both.
Sometimes would y'all ever like do clear paper so you can draw all over it and stuff? You have to do that too every once in a while.
That too,
draw all over the book cover anyway.
Yeah.
And the coolest part was opening the book and seeing who had it before you, because we used to have to write our name.
Oh yeah, the sign in.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, oh shit, LG had my book last year. Hell yeah. It's a man, damn, we old. Fudge.
You know what? Kids now don't use books.
Class. we always had, like, me and my buddies, like my group of friends, always had like a community locker in each wing. And there'd always be a book in there, and we'd just grab it, and everyone used the same book.
I actually liked school. I liked school, so I liked books and smelling the book and writing my name and putting the cover on and all that. And I would tell students, because now these kids don't have books. It's all on one Chrome. It's all on one laptop or a Chromebook. I'm like, y'all don't realize I had 8 books this thick. And
backpack would be tearing by the end of the year.
Yep, that's right. I had to strategically do it where I put like first, second, third period books in my backpack, fourth, fifth, sixth in the locker, and then switch them at lunch when you get a minute to run to your locker and swap out.
Well,
yeah, it's too heavy.
They don't even use locker. They don't even have that anxiety of that first day and you wondering if you're going to get your combination right. You know what I mean?
Right.
22, past 29 once, past 32 twice. Past 12 3 times.
Not looking like a jackass. You don't know how to do it.
And then it won't open, and you're like, fuck, I'm going to be late. Like, they don't even have that anxiety.
Right.
Like, their life is so much easier.
So much easier from that standpoint. All right, let's make it hard on some folks. It is Thursday night, but it is still, I think, not the good hard, the bad hard. It is time for People I Want to Punch, presented by the law office of Orlando Kill, a premier family lawyer. I've been advised to keep it on the DL mostly, but I can safely say this. Take it from me, firsthand knowledge. Orlando Kill is a premier family lawyer. All right? I wasn't sure if I would be a free man 2 days ago.
Wait, what are you talking about? They told you to keep it on the DL, right? Not to divulge too much.
No, but that part's already out. I know I was facing jail time the other day. It was an extreme long shot, but it was on the table. Let's just say it was quickly taken off the table. Let's just say we took the opening kick back for a tutty, Rudy. Can I say that? I think I can say that. Does that work? We ain't won the game, but we took the opening kickoff back for a tutty. So we spotted ourselves a quick 7. That's what I'll say. All right. Anybody you want to punch tonight, sir?
I don't. I'm gonna punch 2 people because I think they both deserve to be punched in their own right. I want to punch the. I want to punch the Spurs, and I want to punch Kawhi.
You want to punch all the Spurs and Kawhi Leonard. Okay.
I want to punch the Spurs front office and Tony and Manu and the people that were around here in 2018. The 2018 staff.
Oh, I know where this is going. Go ahead.
Well, it's come out that Kawhi is dealing with some information and he's out indefinitely. Remember, he left the Olympics. He's had to sit out pretty much every year after he won the ring in Toronto. Mm-hmm. So punch Kawhi because availability is the best ability, and he's never available. But I want to punch the Spurs because turns out, even though I don't like, no one here liked the way it went down. It turns out the dude really was fucked up. And I know Tony came out. My injury was much worse, much worse. And I was back way before him. And Manu, you have to talk to Kawhi's group. Pop, you got to talk to Kawhi's group. I know the Lakers have a better offer for us than Toronto, but we're pissed at him. So we're going to send him to Toronto instead of getting Brandon Ingram and a bunch of other players that are a little bit better because we want to piss. So punch them for rushing him back and being wrong. He really was. Look, I remember this. I was still on the sports grind at the time, and a close friend of the Kawhi group texted me and said, "This is a Brandon Roy situation. Don't tell anybody on your show where you heard that from, but this is Brandon Roy 2.0." And I came on the air that day, and I was like, I can't tell y'all where I heard this from, but somebody close to Kawhi group told me he's Brandon Roy 2.0. The only reason why he's lasted this long is because technology's come a lot farther since the Brandon Roy situation. Remember Brandon Roy, Portland Trail Blazer, all-world player, knees just went to shit. Yep. Kawhi has lasted longer because of technology and because of load management and et cetera. But I told everybody in 2018 when this all happened, he's Brandon Roy. I've heard it from a really, really good source. And everybody, screw you, Rudy. You're listening to the media. Turns out I was right. Turns out also Kawhi wasn't yanking the Spurs chain. And he didn't want to just be gone. He was legit fucked up. Did he want to be gone? Sure. But what I'm saying is when he hasn't been healthy since. So when Tony's talking shit about him and Manu's talking shit about him and Pop's like, Rudy talked to his group. Turns out the dude's knee, thigh, whatever it is, really ain't right. So punch them for pretty much helping him make the decision, but punch Kawhi for just never being available and stealing $300 million from Steve Ballmer.
And Kawhi, of course, is so old now. It's so over. And Pop doesn't want us talking bad about Kawhi. Be careful, Pop will get mad.
Oh, he did stop the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he'll yell at you. But the way he handled the whole thing was crap.
Right.
And because he's such a weird guy, I don't think anyone on that current team. I'm not defending. I'm just. I think you want to call Tony a d-bag. I think that's fair.
No.
Saying that that's fair.
But Tony was pissed because they were passing him the torch.
They thought he was passing.
Yeah, I'm giving you the keys to a Lamborghini.
Yeah,
and you're wrecking it. Yeah, I don't blame them. That was their baby. Yeah.
Right, but Kawhi is such a strange bird. He has such a strange personality. I don't think he ever had any relationship with anybody else on the team, save for like one spare bench warmer. Like he didn't roll with Manu and Tony and the core group. He was just this weird guy that dominated and kicked ass and won a title with us. But they never really knew him. And so I think that's why they got frustrated, because now he's AWOL and we don't even know the guy. So it made it easier for them. I'm not saying they were right, but it made it easier for them to kind of throw him under the bus because he's a weird dude. Right. And that his character does not do him any favors. It's not fair that people hold it against him, for sure. But all these years on, the guy still has knee problems, and he can't play more than about 40 games a year. And it's been 6 years since. So I guess his knee really was screwed up.
And I'll give him another jab, because if you were going to be this person, coy, distant, don't really want to talk.
Yeah.
There's not a better place in the world for an NBA player than here.
Right. That's what I thought.
If you want to be the person that you are, there's not a better place than here. They'll sneak you out the back room. They'll tell you can't ask them this. They're not going to make them available every night, and they're not going to tell you what's going on. LA is like, hey man, you got to go talk to the media today. What? And tomorrow. And the day after tomorrow.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you had it. This
and
was
shoot this commercial.
Perfect. Yeah, this is the perfect place for you. They will protect you here. So, double punch him, but also punch the Spurs, because they did try to rush him back. Our doctor said he's ready. He was never ready. Because that was in 2018. We're in 2024, and he still ain't right. So it's been 6 years of this shit. So he wasn't faking injuries. He wasn't just wanting to be gone, but they helped push him out the door with the bullshit.
I want to punch one of my neighbors tonight.
Punch him.
We're sitting on our patio earlier. Homeboy pulls up in his big truck with his headlights on. It's dark. It's after sundown. And they go right in our faces. And he just keeps the headlights on.
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
the
hi,
worst.
dude. What's up, man? I didn't say what's up. I'm just thinking. I'm like, Nina's like, she's like, are you serious? Hi. I mean, she's a dark lady, but I light up in that light. See, hello, can't you see me?
Yeah.
What the hell? And he just left it there. And he's like on the phone, like he wasn't paying attention, I guess. And you can hear the speakerphone. So he's got the phone plugged through the car, and it's super loud. He had the windows up. You can still hear every word he's saying. And he's just lights just in our faces. And I'm like, man. And he gets out of the truck, leaves it
and
running.
Keeps them on. Wow.
Goes around the other side of the back of his truck, opens up his cab. Starts pulling stuff out with the car still on, still shining on us. And so at this point, I decided to go ahead and say something. Tried to be subtle about it. I go, wow, it feels like the sun's back out.
No, you didn't, Mike.
Yeah, I did.
What did he say?
Nothing. He just it took his time, though. He took a little longer than he needed to turn the lights out. You're going to get mad at me because I said something funny about you shining in our faces with your headlights for 5 minutes. So punch that guy for being a douche. I can't stand people with bad car etiquette. Like another one I hate. People will they'll come out to their car. I think I've told you this before. Like maybe they're at Walmart and there's a line of cars. There's a car waiting to park in your spot. You can clearly see them there with their signal on, waiting to get your spot. But no, so you get in your car and do you do them a courtesy by kind of getting out of the way and getting on about your business? No, you got to sit there. You got to pull your phone out.
That's an asshole.
The guy who sits in his car fucking around on his phone, knowing someone's trying to park in that space. That guy's an asshole. That's why the country's an asshole. That's who I'm punching. So punch bad car etiquette guy. All right. People I want to punch presented by Orlando Kill. Just take it from me. If you meet with Orlando, you will quickly realize, he's a real soft-spoken guy. Super nice guy. Real mellow, just kind of chill. Hey, good to see you. Come on in. He's just such a cool, just mellow, yellow dude. That man has another gear in the courtroom. Take it from me. People I'm close to have reported to me, people in Mike Taylor's group have told me that Orlando has a different personality when he steps between the lines, and his lines of the courtroom. Let him be your family lawyer, 210-775-4995. Or you can email the man directly, tell him you're polite, and he'll help you out. It's orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. All right. How about another episode of Winners Get to Do What They Want?
I love this. Let's do it.
A lot of people are jumping
go
on
home and fuck the prom queen.
Yes, they do.
Or that. So a lot of people are giving my man Tom Brady a lot of shit. So
Why?
It's official. Now the ink's on the paper for real. Got approved last week. Now it's official. Tom and his group, everybody's got a group. Tom and his people are now 10% owners of the Oakland Raiders. And you got a lot of people in the media pissed off about that, calling bullsh, saying that he's not going to be able to do his job appropriately. And we've talked about this a little bit, and I wondered, So have you seen the new Brady restrictions?
For his play-by-play stuff?
Right. Now that he is a part owner, he is not permitted to be in any other team's facility ever. He'll never step foot in the Dallas Cowboys locker room again or their office.
So he can't go sit down. He can't go sit down and do a one-on-one with Mike Tomlin at the Steelers facility?
No, forbidden.
To prep for the game? He can't prep for the games?
Only if he's doing a Raiders game. Not only that, he is not allowed to witness practice. These guys, it's a tradition. The TV guys all go to the two practices of the two teams they're going to cover on a given week, chop it up, get one-on-one interviews, exclusives, behind scenes. He can't do any of this. Not allowed in any other team's facility. Not allowed to witness anybody else's practice. Not permitted to attend a broadcast production meeting, either in person or virtually. He can't even sit in on a production meeting now. There's 3 more. Tom is prohibited from publicly criticizing game officials. And that includes during the game, starting this Sunday. I don't know who Tom's got. Cowboys are off. Tom is no longer allowed to criticize an official or even question one.
Without getting fined.
Yeah, the NFL will fine the shit out of him.
Because owners can. Go ahead, read the other 2 and I'll give you my take.
It's pretty crazy. He is also now subject to the NFL's gambling policy. He is not allowed to gamble on any football of any kind ever. And he's also now subject to the NFL's anti-tampering policy, which means he cannot obviously talk shop about the Raiders to anybody else. He can't talk to anybody because he ain't allowed to talk to anybody. He ain't allowed to do interviews. He ain't allowed to go in someone's facility, and he can't even criticize the refs. How can you call a game if you cannot criticize referees during the NFL season? And every game there's 15 mistakes. Wow.
Hold on. That's me putting on my businessman cap.
Yes, sir.
This is the perfect time for Fox to get out from under that awful contract they gave him. They gave him $375 million for 10 years. And up to this point, he's giving us nothing. He's solid, but Greg Olson's better. Troy Aikman's better. Romo's better. I could give you the second string guy on Fox is better. Moose is better. Other than if I'm not literally if I'm sitting there and I see Tom Brady for the entire 3 hours, yeah, I'm captivated. That's a good looking 6'6" motherfucker. And I'm like, damn, that's a dreamy motherfucker. But considering I only see him 4 times a game, if I'm Fox, I go to him and be like, hey, let's work something out. I can't pay you $37 million a year for the next 10 years, and you can't properly prepare and do the things that everybody has done for the last 100 years. Because it's a bad contract. Fox makes a shit ton of money, but you're never going to make, because when you spend 37 as a business owner, if you spend 37, you want to make 74. They're not going to make $74 million a year off of Tom Brady. They're not. He's good.
Agree.
He's solid.
He's gotten better.
He's gotten better, and I think he's going to continue to get better. But it's a bad contract, and this is a perfect out for Fox. Like, dude, I can't have you here. Like, you can still prepare for a game, because the thing about it is, within the game, when you watch in practice and when you sit down with the coach, that's for dead time. When it's a timeout or a guy's down and you're like, hey, when we talked to Mike Tomlin, he told us on Wednesday, blah, 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 woo, woo, woo. Like, he can still call the games because you're talking about what's happening. But is it worth $37 million?
It's a good question. I would say no. No is my prediction.
But back to bring it full circle, winners get to do what they want. That's Tom Brady. And they signed a contract, and Fox is probably going to honor it.
Well, they can kick him off the show, but they're going to pay him. That's guaranteed.
They got to pay him
no matter what. Of course, the owners approved it because they want a friendly guy in the booth. Now he can't criticize anybody. He's not going to have a lot of access.
And not only that, you can't. If I'm, there's a receiver that's doing really, really well, and he's in the last year of his deal. If Tom starts overpraising him, is that tampering?
You tell me.
Because
I don't know.
Because
Fine
now,
line.
Tom is openly recruiting Michael Williams from the Cleveland Browns to come to the Las Vegas Raiders. Like, there's so much now with that. And I don't think Tom, if they were to release him, I don't think Tom would be overly upset. I see Tom more as a business guy and going to the front office. I think he's doing this just because I've heard so many athletes say they were lost after they retired. Tom is doing, what does he do? Like, he's used to going to the weight room. He's used to going to the film room. He didn't know what to do with his life. So I think Tom is there doing this. One, they're giving him $37 million a year, but two, because it's like, who am I without football?
He's going to have to prepare for the games like you and me by reading the sports section.
Yeah.
Crazy, right? Crazy.
I don't know how this works.
The owners are happy because this puts a colleague in the booth for the game of the week on Fox. He's never going to be terribly critical of his colleagues. Not only is he not going to rip referees, he's going to soften it up on teams too, and he may he can manipulate. His ownership is easily manipulated through his broadcasting. And the other thing this opens up, here's the door this opens up long term. let's say Tom Brady does continue to do a good job and gets better and better, because you and I know he's going to put the work in. Now he can't
he's going to end up really good at this. He's going to end up really good because he's going to work.
That's right. And all these owners are going to say, so this guy's the number one guy our network has doing games. He's really good, and he never gets access?
Bullshit.
Maybe no one should get access then. Maybe we should limit all these guys access. Tom Brady don't need access, and he's good. So I don't want Moose Johnston in my locker room either on Friday. That opens up that can too. That's exactly what the owners would love to have. Not Jerry. Jerry loves all the hype, but all the other 31, they don't want the media in that damn locker room.
That's a great question, Mike.
Something to watch out for in the next couple seasons. This makes it college football. They F you. They allow who they want. And they tell folks nope all the time. They limit access. A lot of colleges have started their own networks now. The Longhorn Network, even though it didn't work out long term, that was so they can control their own narrative and control their own media and limit the access of outsiders.
Great question, Mike. I don't know. That's a great question.
Texags. Aggies don't go to Fox for Aggie news. Aggies don't go to talk radio to hear about A&M. They go to Texags.com. Texags has a beautiful website. Looks like ESPN.com. They have a full radio network online. They've taken the Aggies narrative and they've created their own, and most fans are cool with it. You know, the Cowboys have tried to do that in the NFL doesn't love it, but the Blue Star Network for years has given Cowboy fans an alternative to outside media. So now all of a sudden,
the Chip Brown and the Horns, and they have their own little community online too.
Yeah, UT. These colleges they've kept it in house. We'll hire our own people to cover our team. We'll tell you the information, kind of like Russia does with their media. We'll let the media know what's going on, and then they'll let you know from our perspective. But not having Brady in the room, if he continues to get good, these owners are going to be like, yeah, we're giving away too much access. You don't need to sit down with our guys exclusively on Friday. You ain't got to have access to our facility on Saturday. Brady don't, and he's doing fine. You watch how this shakes down. The media is going to get pushed out a little more in the NFL. It's coming. Not in Dallas, because Jerry welcomes everybody.
He welcomes it.
But the other 31 owners that give a shit about this kind of thing, they're gonna start cracking down on access. You watch. All right, show brought to you in part by Texas Cheer Liquor. Got our sweet hookups going on for the rest of October. Scaretober.
Spooky specials.
Harrowing hooch for sale at all 7 Texas Cheer Liquors.
Horrifying hooch.
Horrifying hooch. The bloody walls will spew forth the most beautiful red wine. Woodwork Cabernet on sale for just $9.99 a bottle. Normally it's $18.99 a bottle, but you can get it now for just $9.99 for the rest of the month at all 7 Texas Cheers. Athlon Sauvignon Blanc normally is a $17.99 bottle of Sauvignon Blanc. Now you can get it for $4.99. That's it. $4.99 a bottle for the rest of the month. And then everything else you get at all the Texas Cheer Liquors. As always, this is a never-ending running in perpetuity special. Mentioned in the building, and you get 5% off. 5% off. And of course, they got the J-Lo booty juice too. They got that on sale too.
And they got the booty juice, the Lola 750s, all flavors. Normally $29.99, only $16.99. And our friends right up the road, right up 35 North, still Austin Bourbon and the Ride, normally $49.99, only $39.99. Texas Cheer Liquor, where it's not just cheers, it's Texas Cheer.
Texas Cheer. All right. Have we even mentioned the 2 big wide receiver trades this week so far? We've been so bogged down.
Well, you had life. Life was life.
Well, life was life, but still, though, that's big stuff. And they're probably not done yet. The Titans may move. DeAndre Hopkins. The Titans may move him because they're not winning. The Jets, of course, trade for Devontae Adams because, of course, they do, because we know who runs that organization, Aaron F. Rodgers. And former Cowboy Amari Cooper, 3 years after the Cowboys trade him to the Raiders, or the Browns rather, Cooper goes to the Bills for less than what the Cowboys got back for him 3 years ago. And he's 3 years older, and he got less than the Bills just gave Cleveland for Amari Cooper. And let us not forget, this all started when Dallas gave up a number 1 round draft pick to get him. The Cowboys trade a 1 to get Amari Cooper and then trade him for a 5, and then Buffalo gets a 3. But I want football people asking me the questions, Rudy. I don't want these radio guys asking me questions.
Dude, the disrespect to RJ and Sean.
Oh, they've been defended by everybody. RJ was on Dan Patrick today. It was great. Or yesterday, I think.
Yesterday.
Yeah, pretty badass, man. Jerry's been made to look like an idiot. Total idiot. Thoughts on that, though? I love Amari Cooper. Best route runner in the league. Buffalo needs some help. You know,
I like Amari Cooper, but the fact that Amari Cooper, the lasting image I have in my head of Amari Cooper was the big game. It was a big game against the Philadelphia Eagles, and he was okay with not being in the game on the biggest play of the game.
I'll never forget it, and I got pissed off.
He was okay with that. Like, I don't want, like, there's a fine line. It's a really thin line between being a diva and being a scared little punk. There's a fine line between that. And I don't want you to be the diva, but I also want you to tell your offensive coordinator, I want you to tell your receivers coach, I'm good. It's 3rd and 12. The game's on the line. Get me in the bleeping game. He was okay with holding his helmet on the sideline.
I remember
in that Philadelphia game. He was cool with it. I don't want you. I don't care how talented you are. If you don't want to be there, like whether you're a decoy or whether you're the guy that's going to get the ball, I don't want the guy that's okay with not being on the field, floor, ice, diamond when the money's on the line.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
And then, and I know he had issues with the whole, and now that it's all played out, I'm okay with it. But the whole COVID, take the vaccine or whatever, like, yeah, okay. So the vaccine looks like it turned out to be some bullshit.
Well, Rudy, he's an Alabama man. In Alabama, we don't support the vaccine.
Yeah, he didn't want to do the vaccine, and that's okay.
Alabama!
I know 1,000 people that took the vaccine and almost died. So I get it. But when you're in the big leagues and they're paying you $20 million, you take the jab.
Understood.
You take the jab. You take the jab. Me and you and LG, we figure it out. Like, I ain't taking that jab. They ain't paying me enough. But if I'm paying you $20 million, take the jab.
Cleveland still, though. That's the point. I'm not arguing with you on how good he is, and I think he's talented, very good, but
super talented.
Yeah, he's not exactly lit the playoff scoreboards up, but that's neither here nor there. My point is, Cleveland got him for a 5, and shipped his ass off for a 3, 2.5 years after. I'm using this Amari Cooper story to make fun of the Cowboys for being clickbait.
You're right. Yeah. You're right.
And it comes at a time in which the Cowboys offense, I mean, the clickbait's offense is as bad as it's been in years. Troy Aikman threw those wide receivers of the clickbait's asses under the bus.
Read that quote. This is a great quote from Troy.
Troy is rarely this negative. Troy smashed the Cowboys wide receivers today, put them on blast. Quote, he was talking to the ticket in Dallas. This is on the Cowboys wide receivers. Quote, I think the routes are terrible. I think they run terrible routes, and I've thought that beyond this year. I think CD has got to improve his route running. As a quarterback, he's defending Dak here. As a quarterback, if you're not certain where guys are going to be consistently, it's hard to play the position. That's what I see. I see guys lazy coming off the line of scrimmage. Sometimes they run. Usually if they do, it's because they're anticipating they're going to get the football on that play, but if they're not, they don't. Aikman saying that they half-ass when they don't get the ball cut, and they know the play's not going to them. They half-ass off the scrimmage, and that gives the play away.
Fair.
You have to sell it as a wide receiver. You have to act like you're going to catch a pass. And Aikman says
Troy don't just say that. That's what Troy is witnessing.
He says this all ties together, and I'm not impressed at all with that part of the Cowboys. I just finished watching the Ravens because I have them this week. You put on film of theirs, you watch their receivers run routes, and they come off the football. So does San Francisco's and Green Bay's and others. But it's hard to play the quarterback position if you're not certain how guys are going to run routes or where they're going to be. And I'm not speaking for Dak. Dak may say, hey, I think their routes are amazing. But as a former quarterback watching the games, it's got to get a lot better. It ain't about getting better when you're lazy and you're half-assing because you know that y'all are about to run. They're not selling the run, which only throw that on the pile of all the other bullshit going on right now with the clickbaits. Man.
It doesn't get more indicting than that.
I know. Aikman never not like that.
And I'm glad that Aikman is away from them. Because when you're on Fox, you got them 4 or 5 times a week, 4 or 5, 6, 7 times a year. Mm-hmm. Now that he's on ESPN, maybe 2 Monday night games with the Cowboys? Maybe. And you can be more honest. And look, I like CeeDee Lamb a lot. A lot. I think CeeDee Lamb is uber talented. CeeDee Lamb isn't good enough to act like Randy Moss acted with the Raiders. When Randy Moss was with the Raiders, he acted like a piece of shit. And they got him to the Patriots, and they went 18-0 and then lost in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. But CeeDee Lamb, super talented, he ain't Randy Moss. So to act like that and not give a shit about your route because you know you're not getting the ball is an indictment on Mike McCarthy, Stephen Jones, and Jerry Jones.
Cowboys are pussies. We know that.
Because they're not holding people accountable.
No one's held accountable, not even the owner. So why should I run a hard route when they don't run the ball? We
can't hold Jerry accountable, Mike.
It's all horseshit. It's impossible. That culture is dog shit. And there's another example of it. The latest of many. Wide receivers don't come off the ball at the snap because we're running anyway. I'm just gonna chill. Just let the whole fucking defense know what's about to happen because you didn't. You act like Garfield the cat when the ball ain't going to your ass. Clickbaits. I'm glad they're off Sunday. They ain't ruining my weekend this week. All right, a lot of people upset with my guy Mike Tomlin today too. Mike Tomlin announced today that the Steelers are going to go back to Russell Wilson. And there's been a lot of talk about this. They're 4-2.
4-2, Mike. And I know where this is going to go with you.
You know how? Even though
even though this is a Steelers segment, because I've been doing this show with you for a while, it's going to make its way back to Arlington.
It always does.
And just because you're 4-2, it don't mean shit to you. And you like it, it makes your little pecker hard that Mike Tomlin, even though they're 4-2, is like,
oh, you're right. Yeah.
Nope.
Ooh.
I don't give a shit. I don't like what I seen from Justin Fields. We're gonna go with Russell Wilson. 4-2 ain't good enough. And that's some shit that the Cowboys don't do. I just don't
even know why I'm here tonight. Mike Tomlin is everything I want in my ball coach. God, I would dress up like him for Halloween, but I'd have to paint my face black, and that probably wouldn't go over well.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
That guy is such a bad motherfucker. And I know the Cowboys beat him. And that's one of the reasons why he's going to Russ.
They did. Oh, shit, Mike, they did.
I know. One of the reasons he's going to Russ. And Russ is not 10 years ago Russ. Russ is an asshole. But what did Mike say? They were asking Mike Tomlin other questions about personnel and stuff. The week before he played the Cowboys, he's like, I'm in the winning business. We're in the winning business. That's because they asked him about Justin Fields. If Justin plays really, really well, and y'all keep winning, are you going to go back to Russell when he's healthy? And Mike goes, we'll have to see. If Justin's playing great, no, Justin will stay in there. Well, why wouldn't you go back to Russ? He's the starter. Because I'm in the winning business. Now, fast forward 2-3 weeks, and Justin Fields has not played well. And because Mike's in the winning business, he's going to go to Russ after all. Yeah, they're 4-2, and it's because they play damn good defense. It's because they got great coaching, great culture. They play hard. They're a violent team. They play with two big old nuts. They're not out there hot dogging when the ball ain't coming to you by not jumping off the ball at the snap. They're out there doing what they're supposed to do. And Russell Wilson will start. And if Russ sucks and it makes Mike look bad, you think he's going to lose one freaking minute of sleep? Fuck no. He's making the best decision in his mind because that's what his gut tells him to do, because he ain't no puss. The Cowboys, the clickbaits, are big pizzas. They don't do things hard. It's easy to be a narcissist. It's easy to never hold anybody accountable. And that's why you paint yourself into the corner that they painted him. Jerry Jones has painted himself into. Mike Tomlin wouldn't take $10 million a year to go be the coach of that shitbag team.
No.
Never. Mike wouldn't do it. That's it. Rudy did my whole segment. Hey, quick shout out to Slackers before we get out of here. We got a thing coming up on the 24th. Got a little thing. Toss for Tatas, an in-the-building broadcast that night at the North Star Mall location, which is technically behind the mall over on the Rector side. It's up on the Rector. An annual event supporting breast cancer awareness. So come hang out, wear pink that day as we celebrate Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Toss for Tatas, and we'll be doing our In the Building show at the Slackers by North Star Mall. That's our guys. Yeah.
That's next Thursday.
Indeed. I want to see as many people out there as possible.
Y'all better show up.
That's right. So thank you to Slackers, the official studio sponsor of In the Building. Speaking of, Andy G with a $10 donation. Appreciate you, dear. Thank you, Andy G. Shout out to Champs Sports at North Star Mall.
What the hell was that?
They hooked me up.
Some shoes?
They hooked me up.
Where's me and LG shoes? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Sweet Hookups was supposed to find me some blue and black colorways on some
You
New
need to get
Balances.
back with him.
Yeah.
So Hookups delivered the shoes to my apartment today.
Damn,
wait, where are me and LG shoes
treatment.
at? Where are me and LG shoes at? Who is this? Who is it?
Look, okay, you got a TV show. I can't have a pair of shoes.
I worked for that. Who is this person?
I work for that.
Who is this person? What's his name?
Well, Mark Sweet Hookups delivers for them.
Hey,
but
Sweet
they're
Hookups.
They're the ones that had him bring them. So I shout out to everybody at Champs at North Star Mall for the sweet shoes I got today. Those were cool.
Yeah,
I got
shout
me some
out to Adrian too from Fitted Threads.
Oh yeah,
also works at Champs. At North
he
Star.
does. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we got a bunch of players.
Both of y'all go roll around in poison ivy.
Okay. I got me a pair of nice Brooks running shoes.
What are you gonna do with them? What are you gonna do with them?
I'm on old man power walking them like me and Nina do all the time. I bet they're swinging my arm. Shit.
People are gonna start honking at you instead of Rudy.
No,
hey,
I'll be getting a lot of honks.
Some of us didn't have our television show premiere today.
Wow.
At least I can't have a pair of walking shoes. Come on, man. See, now if he brings you the shoes, you're gonna feel like he just did it because you cried.
I'm gonna feel like an asshole.
You gotta put in you gotta let him know what you're looking for, and he'll find them for you.
Sweet Hookups.
Yeah,
he specializes in hard to find stuff.
I was asked last week, hey man, we got some sweet Brooks running shoes. I know you've been looking to get out and hit the pavement this year. Remember our bullshit promise to go run the rock and roll this year that we ain't even trained for. It's gonna be a walk. It's gonna be a walk and roll, not a run. It's not gonna be rocking or running. It's gonna be
Sweet Hookups.
So they brought me them shoes today. Thank you to Sweet Hookups and Adrian and everybody over at Champs and North.
Sweet hookups.
Oh, now are you going to play the skin? What's that mean?
Bro.
What are we doing here?
Damn,
Okay.
dog.
Okay.
Damn. Hold on. Let me turn my light off. Yeah, this is what I look like.
$50,000 an episode. I can't have a pair of shoes.
This is what I look like to Sweet Hookups and Adrian. He can't even see me.
This is why you bring in these diva wide receivers, and it's great when they're catching tutties, and all of a sudden one thing doesn't go right. Now we're playing race car, and we're crying.
Like, I can't get no Brooks.
On the day his TV show debuts, I can't have a pair of shoes. Okay. That's what this show will be known for.
Damn, no, I'm kidding. No, those look sweet. Those are good.
Yeah, they are. That were great. And I'll wear them all the time, man. Just solid black, just the black Brooks style. It says Brooks on the side, but it's all solid black, which I like. I love black shoes. All black.
And the shoes black. And the fact that they gave you some all black shoes, like.
Well, they know I like black shoes. I got a pair of white ones too. I like solid colors. I'm a 50-year-old half white Mexican man. I can't wear like those real cool Nikes that all these young people wear. I can't do it. Like Sweet Hookups is my age, but he can pull it off. His persona. He had like these rainbow colored shoes on today. God, probably cost $350. Bring me the Brooks walking shoes. I'm good with that. The solid color.
All right.
Solid black, no sugar, no cream, no nothing. All right, that's it. Shout out to the great Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Excellent organization. They're just, if they'd only find the quarterback again, they'd get another title. Guarantee, because that team is built for professionalism. That's it. All right, we're done. A reminder, we do have UT Georgia coming up Saturday. We got to do some UT Georgia talk tomorrow night at some point during the show. Wait, there ain't no show tomorrow night. Holy shit, we're off tomorrow. All right. So the next time you see us, we're going to talk Texas. We're going to talk Georgia Bulldogs. Saturday night, we're going to do, it's such a big game, we're going to do the show live from DJLG Studios on Saturday night. So y'all join the In the Building UT post-game show. It's a 6:30 kickoff as Texas takes on Georgia. So we'll see y'all on Saturday night. 6:30 kick, so probably 9:45 or so. We'll do a 30-45, 1 hour. We'll see how it goes, how we're feeling. Texas and Georgia talk Saturday night on Love You Heart TV. Love everybody, Heart. Thank you so much. Thank you to all our sponsors. And shout out to Rudy. I'm drinking this for you, sir. All kidding aside, super dope, man. Super dope ass shit. Cool. Can't wait for this next episode. I'm going to go watch it again. Super cool.
Don't do that.
All right, y'all ain't watched Rudy's show. Go watch it. It's called Base Bites on Air Force Live TV. All right, that's it. We're done. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you Saturday night after UT. I can get black too, see? Turn my light out. Hey, there we go.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.